new Pilot TVs installed, and they include the Scoops Pub and Grill, Muddy Cow Coon Rapids, Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids, Bricks Pub and Grub, American Legion Chaska, Happy Hour Inn, The Corner, Howling Dog Pub, Andy's Bar and Grill, Odenberg Brewing Company, and even Lindsay's Barbecue and Grill.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff to those locations, and hopefully we see some jackpots maybe go out to those locations, as we've been giving out a lot of jackpots over this season. 22 jackpots during the last 7 days, a low during the season 13, as we've given out 134 jackpots in the first month of this season 13, on really good pace right now to give out just a significant number during this season.
You want to change your prediction?
No, I'm sticking with my same prediction.
All right, well, we got a lot of jackpot winners. Just one ended up going out yesterday, and it went out to an awesome player, Lover. They were playing over at American Legion Spicer and took home $1,363.
Well, good job, Lover. Time for you to head on over to Virginia, since that is the state for lovers, isn't that their state
Virginia
slogan?
Is for lovers.
Yeah, that's the slogan. So maybe they spend part time in Virginia. I know you love a little Virginia action.
I do, and I can't believe I didn't know what the motto meant until this past summer.
Okay, and I forgot, because I'm pretty sure I found out the same time as you.
Yes, it did. My entire family was all curious, and so I gave it a quick Google. But it adapted over time. Originally, it's supposed to mean like Virginia is for the lovers of life, and people who want to live their life and love life and living their lives, and with all of its scenery and all of the different coastlines. And so Virginia is for lovers, I think, means that it's like for lovers of life. Yeah.
They say just the love. They're just there for the love. We got Anat MD over at Boudreaux's Bar 2, taking home a nice Musco prize of $20 in this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo. We are now going to get enrolled into a game number 2 with that minor prize clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, as well as that major prize still available at 53 balls or less. Should be some fun stuff as we get enrolled into this game number 2.
Yeah, it's for history lovers, beach lovers, mountain lovers. It's for really just the people who love.
Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely some fun stuff. Good job, Lover, taking home a nice jackpot on that Monday. But we got to talk about the newest E-Tab game that's been giving out some jackpots, and that is Lucky Star. You can see if you can win big in the Wild Star bonus round. It's super fun stuff. It's a very simple game, which is always easy to play and fun to do. And so check out the very, very fun one, Lucky Star, and you can even give us a little review on that if you head on over to our Facebook page. You can find our Facebook page by just searching up Pilot Games on that search bar and then clicking on our logo. Then you'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, progressives, player pictures, as well as a preview of all new E-Tabs that we put out there, and you can leave a review right in the comment section of that E-Tab preview. We always like being able to see those. There's also a website link on that Facebook page, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, our other socials, and more there as well. So definitely check out everything our Facebook has to offer.
Absolutely. You guys should definitely go utilize that resource. But as you guys have just over a minute to get enrolled in our second game of Game Day Bingo, we're going to run through the entirety of our daily schedule with you guys so you know what to expect, when to expect it, and how much cash to play for each time. We're going to be playing these awesome games of Game Day Bingo all the way until 1 p.m. And after that, Ian and I are going to let you guys loose, and you guys are going to jump into your first round of Lucky 4 Bingo. That first round has over $77,843 on the line. That's an awesome prize to be won and just a lucky couple of balls. So make sure you guys are coming out for that Lucky 4 Bingo. There's a couple more opportunities throughout the day as well.
Oh yeah, that's what gets you into Game Day Bingo running from 1 to 4, where if me and Jordy don't give out some of these prizes during this 12 to 1 time, they'll be just growing and rolling during that 1 to 4 time. So should be some fun stuff there, as that leads you right into our Happy Hour Bingo, which has 2 games of Lucky 4 Bingo, one at 4 p.m., one at 6 p.m. We'll see if we can give out $77,000 in those games. But in between those games, you'll get some opportunities at Skull Bingo from 4 to 6. You have a line prize of $263 you could take home in 10 balls or less, a large frame of $776 you could take home in 43 balls or less, and a coverall of $29,280 you could take home in 50 balls or less. All should be some fun stuff, leading to a nice nighttime of Game Day Bingo that normally runs from 6 all the way till 10, but you'll have to take a little break tonight.
Absolutely. You guys will get to play from 6 all the way till 7, and then from about 9 to 10 p.m. During those times, you guys will be playing for those awesome prizes, no matter what they grow to. But from 7 all the way till 9 p.m., we have an awesome MegaSota game night happening tonight, and it's going to be Tony and Nikki taking on over, and you guys better be coming out for it because PGL points will be awarded, and there's huge jackpots to be won. There's a grand finale game of Jackpot Jungle that you guys will be trying your hand at, and it's a $1 card. So if you take home the prize in 54 balls or less, you'll be taking over $7,000 home. You guys will definitely want to be coming out for it tonight.
Definitely going to be a fun PGL night tonight. Should be a lot of points going out there, and you're going to have to, you'll have a break from Tony and Nikki next week, and so get your Tony and Nikki action in this week on that MegaSota game night, 6:40 tonight. But we have a Wild Wednesday that's coming out, tomorrow night. Happens at 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. We're going to be giving out a bunch of PGL points, a bunch of prizes, as well as a grand finale of some game day bingo action, which is always a lot of fun. So definitely come out for both PGL nights, MegaSota game night, 6:40 tonight, as well as Wild Wednesday tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Should be some really great stuff. As you guys have balls dropping in this game number 2 of game day bingo, people are still in line to be able to take home the major and minor jackpot. We'll see if it works out for them. But as we continue on this, we're going to hop into some national days. The first one is Jadrkad Lenoitden. Yadug Si Sit. Okay, now I can explain what I was just saying there. Basically, I just said backwards, National Backwards Day. This is a good day. That's what I said backwards. January 31st honors everything backwards on National Backwards Day. The day provides an opportunity to reverse our ways, our direction, or simply our shirt. Dessert for breakfast, perhaps. There are many ways to celebrate this fun day. So let your imagination be your guide.
We got some winners as Gophers as well as Nan. Gophers playing at American Legion Fridley. Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven are both splitting up that must-go prize, $19.50. They're getting split up between those both awesome players. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 3 with that minor prize, clicking up to 56 balls or less now. But this is definitely an awesome one. We just had National Opposite Day not too long ago.
Yes.
And John and I got into the discussion that people make it too deep, you know?
Yes, I had that same conversation with John as well, just about how it's just way too much at times.
You can just keep going. There's like everything that you could make reversed or opposite or backwards.
Yeah, so it can go. It goes crazy when you're, especially when you're a little kid and you're having too much fun with it. It was always a good time, but it was always a confusing time on those opposite days. And this is kind of a very similar day, backwards day.
But I think I'm kind of understanding that you got to designate things for each day. Like opposite day, it's like the pants for jacket thing.
Yes.
But on opposite day, it's just turn your shirt around.
Yes, exactly. Backwards day, yeah. It's just everything backwards, as well as it's just motivating you to maybe change your way in life if you feel like you want to make a big change right now. And so moving in a different direction should be definitely a cool little
That's a great way to think about it as
tidbit of it as well. And then there's also just, the general
eat cake for breakfast.
Not thinking too much about it. And now I definitely am thinking about having a breakfast dinner. That seems so good tonight.
I think that'll be the move.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
biscuits and gravy, bacon and eggs.
Exactly. I feel like if you do that for dinner, it's better than most dinners, to be honest. It is so tasty.
Made the plan.
Yeah, exactly. We've already made the plan. I don't think I've ever backed out of a nice biscuits and gravy meal. So I feel like we'll be A-okay with that for a breakfast for dinner, celebrating a little backwards day on today.
Oh, absolutely.
But I feel like that's the least creative way to celebrate backwards day, as everyone loves a good breakfast for dinner, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to get crazy, I would go in reverse and drive in reverse all the way, but I wish that was just...
What hand do you normally drive with? Because normally someone has one hand that they normally if they go one-handed on it.
Two-hand on the wheel kind of guy.
Yeah, I know you're normally a two hands on the wheel, but there's usually, when you're relaxing, you're doing something, whatever it is, you're sipping your drink or whatever it is, are you always on with your left hand, or does it really matter? If your arm's out the window, then you go with the right, and so then you'll do it that way?
Yeah, I guess it's just situational.
It's just a situational thing, so you don't have a backwards hand to use?
No, I'm pretty ambidextrous while driving.
Right hand would actually be my backwards hand of driving if I was going to go one-handed, as I normally go with the left hand on right hand.
Yeah, because you got to reach to whatever.
Yeah, I'm on the phone and it's in the charging cable and I'm talking like that or whatever it is. Yeah, that would probably be the backwards hand if I put my right hand on. But I put my right hand on all the time too. So
I was gonna say because I put my elbow on the windowsill all the time.
I'm actually how I drive is normally is a 2 hands under the steering wheel kind of guy.
See, I like to put my hand like this in the bottom of it, and so I'll typically I got my left leg up. I know you're not supposed to drive like that.
Yeah.
But I got my left arm holding my left calf usually, or the front of my shin, and then my right is hanging. That's
hanging.
my comfort cruising.
Okay.
We're on the highway for 2 hours.
Okay, definitely. Well, I guess drive backwards in reverse down the road on today on National Backwards Day.
We're not going to condone that. You did not hear that here at Pilot Games.
No, I don't actually condone that. That's a joke, and I hope nobody took it seriously. As
I think we have a pretty smart bunch out there.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys would follow that lead.
You guys are smarter than to drive reverse down the highway.
Please be smarter than that.
We do have 38 balls dropped on this game. We're seeing if we can give out any of these jackpots. The minor prize at 56 balls or less. We could see if it can go out in this one as we got players already 8 balls away. We'll see if it works out as we continue talking about great national days. Happy National Backwards Day, or as they first put it,
Yadrakab Lanotin.
Yes, exactly. So definitely enjoy on today as we're about to get into this next one. Before we do so, we're about to give out maybe a Musco or a jackpot in this game as people are still in line to be able to take this one home. It doesn't seem like anyone's in line anymore. We'll see once we pass by it, though. Last ball to drop right here at that minor.
Oh.
And we're moving past it to a $21.70 Musco prize. Bunch of players, 4 balls away right here. We'll see who can get a win. You got a predicted winner on this one?
Oh, I'm going to go with Curb. No, I'm going to go with Whoopie Dang.
Whoopie Dang. I'll go with Heather B. I like Heather B. I don't know. Name catches my eye, so we'll go with Heather B. As now we got players 1 ball away and a winner.
Big time player Bryzo at the Atomic Star Tavern. Nicely done taking home that Musco prize. $21.70 in this game number 3. We're about to be enrolled in our 4th round of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize clicking up to 58 balls or less now. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and getting ready because we got our next National Day to jump in with you guys, and it is National Plan for Vacation Day. National Plan for Vacation Day on the last Tuesday of January reminds us to plan our vacation at the start of the year for the rest of the year. The early bird gets to pack their bags and fly away to a fun little fly away to a little fun and relaxation.
Oh yeah, definitely some fun stuff. I just planned out my vacation.
Yes, you did.
For March, as I'm going to be heading down to Tampa, Florida for just a few days. As it's not going to be a full week vacation or anything like that. It will be more of a weekend vacation, but I'll be able to go down there, see all my family as my sister's on spring break, so she'll be going down there, and we'll have the whole crew as well as a few other friends and family friends that we are going to be getting down there, which they're always super fun to get together.
Oh, I am going to have major FOMO, but I myself am having a little staycation with our cat Angus Beef.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be some fun stuff for you.
Oh yeah, maybe get some Chinese, watch a little pay-per-view.
Yeah, whatever suits your fancy, I guess. But
just kidding. I'll be probably crippling under piles of homework.
Yeah, but after I realized how much of a benefit it is to plan for a vacation, I've already started thinking of other vacations I want to plan out.
Oh, absolutely.
As getting so far ahead out because I did it.
So much
I
cheaper.
did it earlier in early in January to plan out to buy my flights for Florida.
March, yeah.
It was so much cheaper, even though that's peak spring break season, as there's going to be so many people buying flights, and if I was going to buy it, even past February 14th, past Valentine's Day, it's going to be so much more expensive than the price I ended up paying for it.
Absolutely. I think even now prices are already starting to increase now that we're closing in towards February. Are we in February yet?
No, tomorrow's February. It's the 31st today. It's one of those months that has 31 days.
Okay.
Yes, so definitely some fun stuff.
Oh, is your family participating in the Pirate Parade of Tampa?
I don't think so. I have not heard a single word about it, but I guess I could very much ask them about it as
I can't remember what it's called.
But it does not seem up their alley whatsoever. They aren't much of a parade family.
What is this called?
I think I've been in like I've only been in one parade outside of my.
Gasparilla, that's what it's called.
Oh, that's cool.
Gasparilla, it's like the biggest thing in Tampa every year.
Oh, well maybe they'll be going.
They should go. You should let the boys know. Ben, if you're listening, look up Gasparilla.
Yeah, that would be a fun little thing for your guys' friends down there and stuff like that. But yeah, I have no idea when that is or what time that happens. But they just sent me a photo a few days ago of them at the beach as they, I think, had their first
beach day
in a while, and they showed it off to all of us, and I was super jealous of it.
Meanwhile, we just got 6 inches here in Michigan.
Yeah, I sent out a picture of our parking lot as it's absolutely covered in
just
snow.
Just a blizzard in the last 4
days.
days.
I was quite a bit jealous, but I was also happy to think about, man, I'll be down there in just about, a month and a half from now.
It'll be so warm when you get to go.
Oh, it's going to be so nice. I'm going to come back all nice and bronzed up for the broadcast. I think I'm going to look so good. I'm so excited for it.
I'm going to be fake tanning.
I feel like that's the one thing that, will make you more jealous than anything is me coming back super tan.
Yeah.
Because you love a good vacation tan.
I wish I could just be permanent with my vacation tan.
I'm not one. I hate tanning.
I would never complain a day in my life if I could have my vacation tan year round.
Yeah, I feel like you would be one of those people. If you lived out in Florida, you'd have a little beach chair out there, and every single day after work, I could see you just
I would be the person that sits on their front porch if I had nothing else.
And just do a little tanning action and stuff like that. That would be so fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, remember when we were about to move down there?
Yes.
It's sad to think about. We could be in the warm weather right now, but
just looking at properties on Zillow.
Dang college had to get in the way from us going down there.
Stupid education.
I know, you had to go get a dang degree.
Wow.
But definitely some fun stuff there. Happy National Plan for Vacation Day. Definitely plan out your vacations. It makes it so much easier to do so, and you can have so many more fun experiences by having a good plan for it.
Absolutely. We got Shell at Casper's Cherokee Sirloin in Egan. They're taking home that minor prize, $194.02, going out to them in this round number 4. Nicely done. Going out to you, Shell. We're about to be enrolled in round number 5 now, with that minor prize going back to 54 balls or less, but that $29.90 of that Musco prize getting tacked onto this next round for a double Musco opportunity. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled.
Oh yeah, definitely some fun stuff. My one thing though with vacation is that I love a good planned out vacation, but I always want it to be flexible enough that if the plan goes awry, that it's still like, oh, we can still have a blast doing whatever the opportunities come, which is always super fun.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
so I love being with a crew like that. Usually that's how my family is, and so we just live just going wherever the wind takes us. So it's always fun on vacation. So happy National Plan for Vacation Day. Next up is National Hot Chocolate Day. Each year on January 31st, National Hot Chocolate Day warms up people across the country by celebrating the timeless cold weather beverage.
I can't remember the last time I had a hot chocolate, and honestly, there's only one specific time that I miss getting them.
Really?
High school football games.
Those were so good. I absolutely agree with you.
That is the best hot chocolate experiences I've ever had.
Oh, as well as you're just freezing sometimes, especially once you get into the November late into the fall season. It gets really, really chilly, and having those hot chocolates, they're real game changers. Yeah, I remember I actually was sad when I finally moved from being a freshman team, JV team, to a varsity football player, because I was like, I'm not just gonna go to JV games. I'm not just gonna go to freshman games, and they don't normally have heavy concession stands during those games, and usually they're also during the daytime too, so it's still pretty warm during that time. When I got moved up to varsity, all I could think about was I was gonna miss so much getting the suckers that got stuck to the top of your mouth,
the caramel apple.
Yeah, the caramel apple suckers, the hot chocolate, and just the fun of being in a student section at a football game.
That's why I didn't do pom.
Is one of the big things of I missed it a lot once I finally got to varsity football. But obviously varsity football, I like that more. Yeah,
obviously. But no, I completely agree. That's why I stopped doing sports pretty much into my junior year. I was this is really where the meat of all of my extracurriculars are taking off. I was the president of clubs. I was I want to have just be immersed in my senior year in my
Yes.
school. And so I just did that, and I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, it's always super fun to be able to experience that. And the hot chocolates are one of those
Oh,
few things that those
absolutely.
things that are super good. But hot chocolate's good no matter what. Actually, the producer on this broadcast, Ben, he drinks more hot chocolate than any other person I have met.
Really?
He is a hot chocolate dude. As a kid, like you had that can of hot chocolate,
Yeah.
I would not touch it for like a whole week kind of thing because I don't know who drinks hot chocolate on a daily basis, but I don't. But I would come back and half the can would be gone as Ben has made himself 3 hot chocolates a day and, and is just having the time of his life just drinking up these hot chocolates. It's absolutely great.
Okay, what's your favorite way to have a hot chocolate? Do you like the big marshmallows, the mini marshmallows? Do you like peppermint? You want cinnamon? What do you want?
My favorite hot chocolate I've had was a spiked hot chocolate from
So
from
good.
the winery that we
Yeah,
went to.
from
You got the same
Traverse City.
from the same winery. You got the same hot chocolate as it was a
Yes.
cherry.
They put cherry brandy. They put Charisse in it, and so it was like a chocolate-covered cherry hot chocolate.
It was super, super tasty, and so I was super happy with that. That was probably one of the best hot chocolates I've had outside of.
For sure.
Just because the cherry mixed so well with it, even though it had liquor in it, which
It was so smooth.
takes a little bit of the taste away, but honestly, it made it better in
so
my eyes.
good.
So it was my favorite hot chocolate I've had so far. But you throw some peppermint on it. A good peppermint hot chocolate is always good. Some of that whipped cream on
Yeah.
top, and so.
I honestly think that my favorite is probably Swiss Mix with like hot milk and not water.
Really?
That's like probably my favorite. Just
Okay.
hot chocolate.
Definitely. Super tasty stuff. Well, happy National Hot Chocolate Day. Hopefully you can enjoy a nice hot chocolate on that chilly day. But as we finish up our national days, we'll get into the last one. It's Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. Always observed on January 31st, Inspire Your Heart with Art Day encourages us to ponder how art affects our hearts. Art is valued and appreciated for all sorts of reasons.
Absolutely. This is a great one. There are so many benefits and therapeutic things that art can provide for people. Before we talk about this National Day, we do have Trap over at HR Pesties. They're taking home that Musco prize, $50.60 on that double Musco, going out to them in this round number 5. We're about to be enrolled in round number 6 now with that minor prize, back to clicking up to 54 balls or less and back on the market for you
Yeah,
guys.
definitely cool that it's back available. Still, 53 balls or less is a doable ball count for that major. So hopefully we can see it go out as we get enrolled into this game number 6. Just 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do so. But Inspire Your Heart with Art Day.
That's right.
Definitely a fun day just by the wording of it, Inspire Your Heart with Art. But it's also just a fun day as art really has a profound effect on people, and it's super cool how much it can inspire different people in different art forms.
Absolutely. My favorite museums to go to are art museums for sure. What would you say is your favorite style of art? Do you personally like just like acrylic painting on canvas? Do you like clay?
Gosh, I really don't know. My
you
favorite
like-
form of art is probably sculpted. I really like sculptures and stuff like that. Also, just the art of like architecture is really,
Yes.
really cool to me. I really enjoy
That
it
is one
as
of
that's
my
a certain art
favorite.
form. I mean, I think
That might be my
those
favorite.
classic like chapels, which they're built to like
Like the cathedrals?
Yeah, the cathedrals that are just like they're so tall and they got those giant glass windows. Probably maybe in particular, if I can go just like super particular on what is my favorite form, might be those glass windows, that the colored glass windows.
Stained glass?
Yeah, stained glass are so beautiful and they have
I
so
love
much
stained glass. That's something I would like to learn to do in my life.
and
is
it's
make
also
stained glass
something that
windows.
creates like more beauty within it, as it's really beautiful just as a visual, but then you get the sun running through it and you got all those colors shining into the
Exactly,
chapel and
yeah.
everything, and it's super, super cool. So that might be one of my favorite forms of art, but it's so hard to choose with so many cool forms, with so many different kinds of ways they affect you. It's so hard to pick which one is my favorite.
I think instruments, like just instruments, might be another one of my favorite forms of art. Is
Yes.
just like instrumental music.
Yeah, you danced your whole life, which is considered an art form a lot of the time, and that's I know that the Nutcracker was one, right? That was one you saw on a very consistent basis.
Every Christmas we went.
Yeah, and so that's ballerinas and stuff like that, which that's definitely an art form, and so that's super cool.
Absolutely. I love the way the dance made me feel. I have a hard time connecting with other dancers and feeling what they feel. Like, I understand the stories they tell and stuff, but I feel like a lot of performers have a hard time demonstrating raw emotion.
Okay, yeah, well, it's kind of not the way that it's supposed to be told through your body, where, like, it's not like a face thing, or like you can't read into
See, I wish there was more of it. Like, I need the complete story.
Yes, where it's more just telling it through the movements of the body.
And there are some forms that do a beautiful job, like Hawaiian rituals and dance forms that they do. Like, you can feel what they are trying to convey.
Yeah.
But there are some instances that I wish they would give a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more, definitely. That's definitely really cool. Yeah, I agree with that. I think dance is a super cool one. I don't necessarily think of the art form as a super cool one, but I love the art.
No, it's definitely not one that I think of when I think of art.
I almost, when I think of the art of dancing, I think of like two loved ones dancing together, and like the emotion you can see within that is like the art form in dancing that I enjoy, and not like necessarily
partner dancing.
Like the stage like ballerina dancing that I can't really interpret too well.
Yes, I completely agree. I feel partner dancing is completely different. That you can see every emotion displayed between two people, like, but I agree when it's more of just like
an individual's performance. It's a lot harder too. But super cool stuff. Happy Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. There's so many different forms of art, and whichever inspires you the most, enjoy on today.
Absolutely. We do have some Twins news to talk about with you guys, as you guys are trying towards one of these awesome prizes. We've moved past most of them, and we're working on that $17.70 must-go prize now. We'll have to see which one of you guys are going to take it away, but we'll wait and see who's going to take this prize away before we jump into the Twins news.
Oh, yeah, because it's going to be some really fun Twins news. We're talking about a fun prospect, Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Oh, right.
We'll talk about him in just a second, as we have a must-go winner of $17.70, as it's being split between Bobo at Corner Bar Goodhue and Trap over at HR Pesties. Good job to both of our winners in these games, as we will now be getting rolled into a game number 7 of a Game Day Bingo. Already a game number 7. Getting rolled, press play, 56 balls less for that minor as you are getting enrolled. But Twins news, that's what we need to get into. Emmanuel Rodriguez is the Minnesota Twins prospect with huge raw power and explosive swing. The name Minnesota Twins fans need to become familiar with is Emmanuel Rodriguez. He is 20 years old, 5 foot 10 inches, and about 210 pounds. That is heavy for a 5 foot 10 dude. He plays the outfield and is considered to be one of the organization's best prospects. Just how good could he become? Well, Keith Law, who covers the MLB for The Athletic, named Rodriguez as the 48th best prospect in 2023. That's nice, but what Law said about Rodriguez is compelling for Twins fans. It is huge raw power with an explosive swing, but at the same time, he's very under control, which is an unusual for a lot of power hitters, except for some of the elite ones, Law wrote. He's playing center for now, but odds are strong he'll end up in right. He needs more reps, and if he had a weakness last year, it was against changeups. But he might be a top 10 prospect in baseball by midseason if what we saw last spring holds up.
All right, that's pretty exciting.
Some big-time talk from Keith Law from The Athletic. I think that's absolutely huge of what he thinks. A guy that he says 48th best prospect, but is a guy that could easily be a top 10 prospect by the time the mid-season rolls around. And that just is a kind of example of how much potential a guy like Emmanuel Rodriguez has.
Absolutely. That's some awesome stuff. We'll keep you guys updated with everything rolling through our Twins and all the things that they decide in their off season. But in the meantime, if you want to show your support for our Twins, you can play the awesome eTab game, Twins Win. You can head on over and check out the Home Run Derby bonus round, where if you pick the lucky batter, you'll end up taking home some Grand Slam prizes. It's a lot of fun and a great way to show your support.
Oh, yeah, but we need to get into those game days bingo standings, as that's what you're earning points for right now. And we got a three-way ninth place tie to get started. As moving from unranked to ninth place, we got DGG over at Sherwood Lounge, tying it up with the already ninth place players, Lucky over at Classic Bowl, and Rock's Gym over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They all have 14,000 points. With 17,000 points, moving back from 7th into 8th, we got Bucko over at the Green Lantern. Moving back also from 6th into 7th, we got Brother Nate over at the Chart House with 18,000 points. With 19,000 points in 6th place, formerly in 5th, we got Jim Rocks over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Formerly in 3rd place, now in a two-way tie in 4th, we have Tanya over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery, and Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, both with 21,000 points. Moving back from 2nd into 3rd, we got 1308 over at the Red Fox Tavern with 23,000 points. And moving all the way up, doing a lot of the bumping up as they moved out of tie with Bucko, who's all the way back in 8th place now. Moving from 7th to 2nd place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 26,000 points. We just saw Bobo get a win right here just a few games ago. But as our first place player has been pretty dominant this season, we haven't seen many players move in and out of these standings at first place, as Bull at Corner Bar Goodhue has been holding it down with 28,000 points. Good job to all of our players killing it in this season 13 so far.
Absolutely. And on the location side of things, coming in from unranked into 10th place, we got the Classic Bowl. They currently sit with 25,000 points. Then we have a tie getting formed up in 8th place. Coming in from 9th, it's American Legion Fridley, tying it up with already an 8th Lincoln Depot. They both now sit with 26,000 points. Then we had a tie getting broken up, and now in 7th place, it's the Red Fox Tavern, currently sitting with 28,000. Taking sole possession of that 6th place, though, it's Shady's Rail Side of Rice. They currently sit with 29,000. Then in 5th place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park. They currently sit with 32,000. Then with 38,000 in 4th place, we have the Outtakes. 3rd place, though, it's the Chart House. They currently have 44,000. Then in 2nd place, it's Corner Bar Goodhue, who has 57,000 points. But leading the pack in 1st place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, as they currently sit with 85,000 points so far.
And perfect ending to that list as we have Moss over at Corky's Bar South Haven, taking home a nice Musco prize of $19.20. Good job, Moss, as we will now be getting enrolled into a game number 8 of Game Day Bingo with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less, the exact ball count we gave out our last prize at. So should be some fun stuff as you guys continue to get enrolled. But if you guys aren't getting enrolled into this next game, definitely check out our eTabs. We have over 70 different Charitable eTab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. You'll definitely want to check them out. Right now we're listening to Break the Bank, a super fun eTab game that's a bank themed, as it's got a robber bonus, and maybe you can even try out that Break the Bank bonus and take home even bigger prizes. Should be some really good stuff as you guys are playing those eTabs as well as our live bingo. Just 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next live bingo game with a minor prize over $100 at 58 balls or less.
Absolutely. Go check out all the different eTab games that we have to offer here and let us know which one is your favorite. But as you guys get enrolled in just under the next 2 minutes to get enrolled in our next round, we have some On This Day in Music history to talk about with you guys. And this one is one that I wish I could have watched. Wow, the year I was born, 1999. Cher sings the national anthem at the Super Bowl 33.
Yes.
In Miami, Stevie Wonder performs at the halftime show.
Ooh, that's super cool. What a duo right there.
Very
I
cool.
mean, that's one that I think we both would have really enjoyed.
Yeah.
As I'm a huge Stevie Wonder guy. I think he's absolutely fantastic. All of his songs are just so entertaining. And then Cher is just a really,
She's
really.
just Cher.
She's Cher, and I really am not a huge fan of Cher, but ever since meeting you and talking to you more, I've become a lot more of a Cher fan as I've been exposed to her great works.
I was going to say, you kind of have to be a fan of Cher if you're with me.
Exactly. I've always thought, though, she looks like Morticia.
Yes, she is Morticia, and
she's the real Morticia. I always thought, I actually got her confused
and if Sonny was
for
a
little bit.
gothic, then he would have been the great Gomez.
I always thought that Cher was Morticia in the original Addams Family, as like I didn't watch either of them like ever growing up until I met you, really. And so I thought they were both Morticia, and then when I found out, it was like, oh no, it is that. But it's super funny, as I brought down a wig that my aunt had worn to play Cher. But then I was like, I'm Morticia, and they were like, oh my gosh, it looks just like Morticia too. And I was like, yeah, because Cher looks just like Morticia. Well, definitely a cool day in music history. Next up on today, continuing with great female artists in 2010, Taylor Swift and Beyonce sweep the Grammy Awards with record-breaking wins, earning Album of the Year for Fearless at the age of 19, super young. Swift was the youngest artist to ever win that award. Beyonce wins 6 out of 10 nominations, including Song of the Year for Singer Ladies, also known as Put a Ring on It, and gives her the most wins in one night of any female artist in history.
That's incredible. Was this the year that Kanye stormed the stage?
I think it was. I'm not 100% sure if it was, but I'm pretty sure it was. But definitely cool stuff there. It was the year prior at the MTV Awards.
All right.
Yeah, so not during the Grammy Awards did he do it. It was the MTV Awards. And and Taylor Swift and Beyonce were great artists at the time, super at the peak of their popularity, and makes sense why they absolutely dominated the Grammys that year. And super cool stuff that Swift not only became the youngest female artist to win Album of the Year, but became the youngest artist ever to win that award as well. Super, super cool stuff in that 2010 Grammy Awards ceremony.
Very cool stuff. Maybe listen to a little T Swift or some Beyonce today.
Oh yeah, definitely some fun stuff. Did you ever listen to T Swift?
No.
That was never, not one T Swift song was saved on your iPod?
No, never saved on any of my.
Okay, but you knew the
nothing
words.
Nothing ever
or sang
downloaded,
the one.
but there was one song that I really liked, and it was the Our Songs Are the Same Screen Doors.
Oh, yes,
that one. I like that song.
That was a fun one. That's still a fun one, to be honest.
It's still a really good song.
I think
but it's the only song
I remember as a kid,
really
because I listened to the radio enough that I actually learned all the lyrics to that one, and it was a fun one. I didn't learn all the lyrics, but I knew at least the chorus of it. I don't know the lyrics of like any song, so like it would be impressive if I knew all the lyrics of anything. We got TLS over at Shore 96, taking home a nice Musco prize of $28.50. Good job to TLS in this game of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting rolled into this next one with that minor prize still available, clicking up to 60 balls or less.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys are getting rolled and getting ready for this next round. I just asked Ben if he went to Gasparilla this year. He did not.
Oh, yes. He said he doesn't have the right friend group for that. Okay, well.
Yeah, it seems pretty chaotic.
Now I guess we got to make it.
It's like the Florida version of Mardi Gras. It's like it's a big pirate parade, and everyone just goes and creates mayhem in downtown Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think.
And you all have to dress like pirates.
Oh, that would be so good.
Yeah. It's like the biggest thing that happens in Tampa every year.
It's so insultive, but the first thing I thought of for Ben to dress up was the guy from the Pirates of the Caribbean that keeps on losing his eye all the time. And I was like, Ben would be such a good that guy.
Funny.
Would be so good, and I don't mean it at all looks-wise, but I just feel like it would be hilarious to have you dressed up as that character.
Great.
It would be so funny, and they're both like the guy's kind of like a skinny, gangly guy, and Ben's been putting on weight, so I got to give him. He might have sized out of the character now, but at one point he would have played that character really, really well.
Well, maybe next year we'll plan to be down there for Gasparilla.
Exactly. I want to see it. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. $143 available on that minor. You could take home in 60 balls or less. Should be some great stuff as we continue getting enrolled into this next game. What game is it? Game number 9?
Yeah, already.
Game number 9, flying through these. But as we are going to have a PGL night tonight, we encourage you guys to sign up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they can compete for points, and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. So sign up at pgl.world today, and we'll get you highlighted in our new member spotlight.
That's right, and the players who just signed up included Mary 8, 2114 Daddy, Terry, No Was Me as J Pock, K Dog with 2 G's, The Dude, Cruisin', Good Vibes, D Fiends, Me 56001, Oh Hi It's Me, Ms. Frizz, DJ Jeffy, Treslint, as well as Top Shelf.
Ooh, good job to all those names getting signed up. Do you have a favorite new member getting signed up?
I'm going to go with Terry.
I'm going to go with No Whammies.
No whammies? That's what it says.
No whammies. That's what I'm going with. Definitely some great stuff there. Good job to all the players getting signed up.
A couple of those names stump me.
Maybe we'll see it as somebody get into the top 10 who just got signed up. But this is how the top 10 sits right now in these PGL standings. And in 10th place, we got PCK 913 over at the Friendly Inn with 214,000 points. With 222,000 points in 9th place, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes. 8th place is Day's Dream over at Monty's Sports Bar with 225,000 points. With 233,000 points in 7th place, we have Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 6th place is Yak 2102 over at Commander Bar JJ Pub with 236,000 points. With 255,000 points in 5th place, we got Dugout over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 4th place, it's Sherbert over at Clubhouse at Edinburgh with 263,000 points. With 271,000 points in 3rd place, we got Panda over at Rendezvous. 2nd place, it's Big Pimpin' over at the Alibi at Gilbert with 281,000 points. And with 401,000 points in 1st place, we got Jake over at Rev's Lakeside Tavern.
Absolutely. And on the location side of things, in 10th place, coming in from unranked, we got the Stanchion Bar of Hamel, who currently sits with 763,630 points. Right ahead of them in a virtual tie, though, in 9th place, coming in from unranked, it's the Municipal Liquor Store Millerville of Brandon. They currently sit with 763,800 points. Then jumping up from 10th to 8th, it's the Benton Station of Sauk Rapids with 771,000. With 775,000 in 7th place, it's American Legion Cleveland. Then in 6th place, we got PJ Supper Club of Avon, as they currently sit with 788,000. With 802,000 points in 5th place, we got Eagles Austin in Austin. 4th place, though, it's the White Bear Bar of White Bear Lake with 931,000 points. Then in 3rd place, it's Beer Stube Hastings. They have 939,000. Then in 5th place, it's the Alibi Gilbert, as they sit with 1,030,000. But with 1,199,000 points in 1st place, it's Eagles Albert Lay. And we got a winner, as Nan as well as Ripinski are both splitting up that Musco prize. $33.80 getting split between Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven, as well as Ripinski over at the Black Horse Bar and Grill. Nicely done to all of our winners in this round number 9. We're about to be enrolled in a round number 10 with that minor prize, clicking up to 62 balls or less, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled.
Yeah, definitely fun stuff there as you guys continue to get enrolled. I mean, I can't believe 62 balls or less for that minor prize. $176 available on that minor. Definitely some fun stuff as you guys are getting enrolled. But like Jordy talked about, PGL is always a lot of fun, and one of our PGL nights that happen on Wednesday is our Wild Wednesday. And we got to talk about our Wild news, as they are 27, 17, and 4 heading into the All-Star break. The game leading into that All-Star break, Matt Zuccarello, Kirill Kaprizov, and Freddie Goudreau scored in a shootout, lifting the Minnesota Wild past the Buffalo Sabres 3-2 on Saturday night. Joel Eriksson-Ek and Jared Spurgeon had goals in regulation for Minnesota, which headed into its All-Star break with 2 wins in a row. Marc-Andre Fleury stopped 29 shots for the Wild, including a sprawling save to thwart Tage Thompson on a wraparound trying to end 8 minutes left in regulations. He also made a pair of stops about 4 minutes later, with Buffalo buzzing in the Wild's end. You saw this morning that we're out of the playoffs, right? Not fun to see. A good win tonight and a good 2 points, Fleury said. At least now we've got 7 days to see ourselves in the playoffs. Then we got to get back to business.
Absolutely. We're super excited to see what they're going to have happen to them in the next couple of weeks. How long do you think this is going to take? Is it like 4 weeks left of the season, 5 weeks?
We still got a long time in the
Do we?
season. It's like an 80-game season. Yeah, it's like the NBA.
I always forget that.
Has lots and lots of games. It's like MLB, has lots of games. So I think it's 82 games for an MLB season, but I could be wrong on that one. But definitely some fun stuff there. Can't wait to see the post-All-Star break game on Monday. And did we talk about the ETAB game?
Not yet.
The great ETAB game. Let's Go Wild. Pilot Games, the only place where you can find wild-themed ETAB games. And Let's Go Wild is a very, very fun one. You can even check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can win some great prizes. Definitely great stuff there, as we just got 10 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 10 of Game Day Bingo. Can't believe it's game number 10. $197 available on that minor prize.
Absolutely. And as you guys get enrolled, if you guys take home one of these awesome prizes, make sure you guys take a picture and send it our way. You can share all of those awesome player pictures with us directly on our Facebook page, any of your social medias with the hashtag PilotGames, or you can share them directly with us at jackpots@pilotgames.com. It's a great way for you guys to send them to us, and we love highlighting all the player pictures we possibly can with you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely love those player pictures, showing them off. You can always see them when we're getting enrolled, which is always a great thing. But we do have a little Vikings news to talk about, as they ended the season 13-4, and with a lot of questions on how they were going to handle this offseason. Some sports well, here, when the Minnesota Vikings take a look at their roster this offseason, there is clearly a need for cornerback. In the latest mock draft from SB Nation's Mark Shorefield, he has the Vikings fulfilling this need by taking Utah cornerback Clark Phillips III. The Minnesota Vikings need to address the defensive side of the ball in this draft. Despite a number of investments in the secondary in recent years, including Andrew Booth Jr. in the second round of a year ago, cornerback remains a concern in Minnesota. Utah cornerback Clark Phillips III gives this secondary a big boost. Phillips is a fantastic change of direction skills and can play sticky man coverage, but also can function well in zone coverage despite zone coverage designs. His interception against Oregon is a prime example of this zone coverage skills, as he starts in the slot, then jumps underneath a hitch route on the outside to take it the other way. His feel for the game, particularly when it's man coverage, is another strength. His interception against Arizona State, where he starts in off man and reads a stop route to perfection, is a great example of his technique and awareness.
We do have Trap over at HR Pasties taking home that minor prize, $196.74, going out to you in this round number 10. We're about to be enrolled in a round number 11 now, or second to last game of Game Day Bingo for this lunchtime show. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled and getting ready. And as you guys do that, if you want to show your support for our Vikings, you absolutely can by playing the awesome ETAB game that we teamed up with them for, called Vikings Victory. You can pick a lucky letter in the skull bonus round and end up taking home some huge prizes. But as you guys are taking home prizes, you guys better stick around all day long. And during our happy hour show tonight, where Ian and John are going to be taking on over from 4 to 6, you guys are going to be trying your hand at Skull Bingo, where you guys are going to be trying to take home some awesome cash prizes. But as you guys take home those prizes, you also take home points towards the Skull Bingo standings.
Oh yeah, those standings have been super fun. And in 10th place, we got Seafair Banks over at Ambiance on Albion with 37,000 points. With 38,000 points in 9th place, we got Sambo over at Beer Stube Hastings. 8th place is Mindy May over at Whiskey River Saloon with 39,000 points. With 44,000 points, we actually have a two-way tie in 6th place between the former 7th place location Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards and the already in 6th place Brenda over at JB's Tavern. Definitely some fun stuff in that tie. 5th place is Boots over at Trebek's Bar and Grill with 48,000 points. With 55,000 points in 4th place, we got Brother Nate over at the Chart House. 3rd place is Kool-Aid over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 61,000 points. With 77,000 points in 2nd place, we have Jelly over at American Legion Stillwater. And in 1st place, it's Tanya over at JR J.R. Mack with 168,000 points. Good job to all those players killing it during Skull Bingo, which plays during our happy hour from 4 to 6.
Absolutely, and as you guys play, the locations you guys play at also take home points and compete against each other in our top 10 standings. And starting off in 10th place, it's the Muddy Cow of Coon Rapids. They currently sit with 70,000 points. Then in 9th, it's American Legion Moorhead with 81,000. But with 83,000 in 8th place, it's Danny's Dugout. Right behind in 7th, the Chart House. They currently sit with 88,000. Then in 6th place, it's VFW Dilworth with 110,000 points. Only with 113,000 points in 5th place, we have American Legion Stillwater. 4th place, it's Trebek's Bar and Grill with 137,000. Then in 3rd place, we got the Benton Station. They have 133,000. 2nd place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 206,000 points. And in 1st place, we got JR Mack. They currently sit with 213,000 points.
Yeah, good job to all those locations. Getting aided by some top-tier players at them. Super, super cool stuff there. As you guys only have 10 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 11. Game number 11 of Game Day Bingo. Only 2 more opportunities at this one. And a great must-go prize in this game right here. $59.90 available on that must-go. And that's if we click past that major of at 53 balls or less, $5,565. But as you guys are getting into these final 2 games, we got some celebrity birthdays to talk about.
Absolutely. And our first one was in 1865. As Henry de Grange was born, he is the French cyclist and journalist, and he was also the founder of the Tour de France.
Ah, super cool. Born in 1914, we got Jersey Joe, an American boxer, was in the NYSAC, NBA, and was the ring heavyweight title, held that title from 1951 through 1952.
Absolutely nicely done. Next up, a huge name born in 1919, Jackie Robinson, the American Baseball Hall of Fame second baseman. He was the first African-American MLB player for the Brooklyn Dodgers. He was a 6-time MLB All-Star, and he won the World Series in 1955. He was also the NL MVP in 1949.
Yeah, amazing baseball player.
He's just Jackie Robinson.
And it's just amazing to think about how good he had to be for the Dodgers to take the chance at him, and just how dominant of a career he would have had if he would have just been scouted right off the bat. Really, really cool stuff. A guy who broke the color barrier. Happy birthday, Jackie Robinson. Next up, born in 1927, we got Lorraine Warren, American paranormal investigator. She did the Amityville hauntings.
Yeah, her and her husband, they're the ones who still own the possession of the Annabelle doll.
Is that the whole entire series is about them?
Yes. Lorraine and her husband, I can't think of what's his name, Mr. Warren.
But what's the horror movie series?
The Conjurings, they have, The Conjurings, Annabelle, they have a whole bunch.
Yeah, there's like a almost 10 movie universe.
The Nun,
of this.
Melornia. All of them.
Yeah, that's all connected to Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yes.
Which they do.
They have like priests come to their house once a month to bless their room of haunted
It's
trove.
crazy. It's a crazy movie series, but Lorraine Warren even crazier for actually doing it. We got Jesse over as well as Super D splitting up that must-go prize of $59.90. Good job to both those winners in this game, as we will now be getting enrolled into our final game of Game Day Bingo, and the final game that me and Jordy will be here live with you guys for. And so get enrolled, press play. That minor prize clicking up to 54 balls or less. We want to give out that major prize in 53 balls or less. And then we also obviously got the mega prize of $34,000, 48 balls or less. But as we continue on, we got another celebrity birthday born in 1931. Ernie Banks, an American Baseball Hall of Fame shortstop and first baseman. He was a 14-time MLB All-Star, was the National League MVP in 1958 and again in 59, and played for the Chicago Cubs.
Very cool stuff. Happy birthday, Ernie Banks. Next up in 1949, we got Nolan Ryan, the American Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher. He was the NLB no-hit leader for 7 years.
No, he leads with no hits in a game with 7 no-hit games. Yeah.
Okay. Strikeout leader 5,714. I don't know what any of those mean.
5,714 strikeouts.
Really?
Yes.
Incredible. Nicely done, Nolan Ryan. He also won the World Series in 1969 with the New York Mets. He was the 8-time MLB All-Star, and he played with the California Angels and the Houston Astros, as well as the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Nolan Ryan. Next up, born in 1968, we got Doug Peterson, an American NFL coach, won the Super Bowl in 2017 with the Philadelphia Eagles, and is right now up for Coach of the Year after having a great turnaround season with the Jaguars. Just got hired in as a head coach after being fired from the Eagles a few years after that Super Bowl, and has really turned around the Jaguars team to being they made the playoffs this year, which was a huge up for them.
Yeah, happy birthday. Next up, in our final celebrity birthday on this day in 1981, Justin Timberlake was born, the American singer-songwriter. He did Can't Stop the Feelin', Sexy Back, and he was also an actor in movies such as Friends with Benefits.
Yeah, I love me some JT action. He is so fun, and he's also a great personality as well.
I actually really like him as an actor.
Interviewers, yeah, I've never been a huge Justin Timberlake songs kind of guy.
Yeah.
I've definitely enjoyed a lot of his acting roles, as he's done good in comedy. He's done good in more of action, suspense movies as well. And so I'm just a fan of Justin Timberlake as an entertainer.
Yeah,
happy birthday.
As a comedian, I wish he would have went that route sometimes.
That would have been hilarious if he would have done more comedic movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz?
Yes.
Yeah, he was funny in that.
He does do a good job in that as well. Well, happy birthday, Justin Timberlake. Our Timberwolves just lost 118 to 111 to the Sacramento Kings, but it wasn't due to a great effort by Anthony Edwards, who had 33 points, 8 rebounds for the Timberwolves, hitting the 30-point mark for the 5th time in the last 6 games. He's been absolutely on a tear. He did have 6 turnovers in that game, but he was getting double-teamed heavily throughout the stretch of it. Then Chris Finch had to say was he's drawing a big crowd. For the most part, he's trying to make the right play. Maybe he needs to see it a little earlier. And that's what happens when you ride or die on a young player. He is young. He's going to make mistakes. He won't read everything to perfection. But as he's continuing to learn how to lead a team the way he's really taken over this past season is a true sign that he can make those progressions. And I think at some point he'll be making those plays right on time and not getting those turnovers.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have to see tomorrow night how he does when they go up against the Warriors. That game is happening at 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Should be some great stuff there. Hopefully we can get another win. Some movies released on today: 2003, The Recruit. Also in 2003, Final Destination 2. And in 2008, The Spiderwick Chronicles was released.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. We're coming to the final few balls dropped on this one. We're seeing if we can give out that minor or major jackpot, as players are 5 balls away, looking like they are out of range to be able to take this one home. As we move past both of those jackpots and now working on a $23.30 prize, KJB is now 1 ball away.
Absolutely. And as you guys close in on the winner, we have a very important player to talk about. Hopefully we can give out this awesome prize before we do so. There it is. Trap over at HR Pesties is taking home that must-go prize, $23.30 on this final round of Game Day Bingo that we're going to be here live with you guys for. Before we let you guys loose, Ian is going to talk about a very important player and the charity they supported while playing.
Oh, yeah. Policy man over at Neeson's Gaylord took home $10,000 this weekend. And over at Neeson's Gaylord, they were supporting the Gaylord Fire. Their mission is to be responsible for fire suppression, rescue, fire code enforcement, and public fire education. Absolutely awesome stuff. And just a little reminder that whenever you guys are playing pilot games, that your community wins.
See you guys.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming. They're helpful. It's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It was awesome.
Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
This is fantastic. I've never been anything like this before.
It's almost like being in a haunted house without people jumping out at you.
The decorations are amazing. Jack wanted to get his picture next to the skeleton, and I was taking the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, that's prosciutto.
PyCon 2022. I think it's amazing. It's just wonderful. Everybody's welcoming, they're helpful, it's just so much fun.
If you get an opportunity, go for it. The people, all the different decorations, the food, just the excitement.
And then to see ZZ Top at the end of this, awesome.
We're here for ZZ Top. I'm a huge fan of ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I love winning on the pilot kicks. I won $2,800 a month ago.
She won $48,000 on bingo. Yeah, baby.
I won $13.28 plus $48,000.
$30,000, $20,000 at Bleachers Bar.
We have each other pick our bonuses and, for good luck or whatever. And
Everybody can kind of get in on the fun.
It was amazing. I loved it. I would come back.
It's awesome. Get me on that list. I'm here.
I will be here next year, absolutely. And you should be too.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.